Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing. Great. Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Wonderful. The store is open.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that...
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
The woman before you nods and...
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need... Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. This reality...
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year. I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, it's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean. Yes, we're on an island in an ocean, the world's largest body of water, the Insulindic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
It's not... yes.
Known to vast, lukewarm.
I'm not a good... This place used to be a Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance.
It is clear this pebble and to humanity at large.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city. The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory.
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, the nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depend in the DeLorean century. 380 years ago, they say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. By that I mean, conflicts. We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is. I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about 22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you...
Was there something else you wanted to know?
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask. About even more fun. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Ma'am, Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent boys remember where they left off.
Indeed. I'm always at your service. It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. Well, it's either bariatric surgery
She nods slowly.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, or 2. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate.
Splat, splat.
Wonderful. What I am not is a basic
There may be a way to get her speaking about herself at some later juncture.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
Lonesome, long way home.
Give me a moment.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Trying to sneak up on me again?
The trash container stands in the springs. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. There's nothing more of interest in this. Not much to see here in it. The container sounds a muffled gong. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More. Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
What do you see?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, rhythmic pattern calms your mind. No, there's more to this. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see, especially the small ones.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. I don't need privatization peons from a rent-a-cop. Just do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of it. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety? Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. The guardsman has set himself up one of boo-hoo. The system is broken. Because of the taxes, G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you Our tax is almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol. Every time you wipe your ass, they got 98% of all your money. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool. This guy's appropriating the emerging Boogie Street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the free market economy. Yeah, ain't it cool, Ryder? Droplets of rain fall on the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. Do something important? Something murder-related? This is a Caprice Kinema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kinema is the high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank. Even at a stance, someone has waxed it recently.
You want to take a closer look?
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
You lost me there. The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
Armel Ryu, supersonic.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any question. I do my best to keep my distance from all...
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already...
Sure thing. My apologies, officer.
a needle in a haystack.
Sure, man. Someone else came here.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Sure, man.
Good morning to you, officers. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. There's a pile of cheap sunglasses.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Abort. These are hidden.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy.
They're perfect for concealing.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
These are all boring. Boring third. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material.
No luck.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals.
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley. The name Sileng.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style. You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions. Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? An investment? What kind of investment? I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. 10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man. Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sauces. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Shake things up? Good joke, officer!
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and it...
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to...
My man, officer, you make all this possible.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
Hyper cool. No need.
But did he first...
My man, you know how good.
You glance...
It's beautiful.
It is.
That's right.
If you wanted...
My man.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. Anything for you. Me? It's a boy.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of...
That's right, officer. But it's a bad scene for business there. Too many regulations. Hey, why not support this local entrepreneur? You can...
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo?
Is this a...
She looks up from.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blisters.
Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing.
Hello again, esteemed officer. A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies. Okay, but please, only a few... It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous.
Wow. Void red. The woman before you scans the store. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely a small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games. The display rack is brimming with worn A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. Turns out that there are so many different cockatoos.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but Eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Shelves full of biographies of famous people. Several maps have been attached. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Officer, the mere sight of police in Martinez makes me feel safer already. How can I help you?
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't Missindo? Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? There's no need for champagne when there's honor.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing. And I specifically added that I didn't... Very well then. Where is he? Excuse me? I don't follow. Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands.
Remember, about that what? Never ever say what.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one. I did, and he is. He's also an No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
I wouldn't be so sure. Man, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
They are not all they're cracked up to, because people either show up on their own or you never find them. I'd say there's nothing mysterious about...
You're wrong there. Incompleteness is the essence of mystery.
All right then.
What kind of questions? Honestly, not that different from you. Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet. Well, he's slightly chubby. What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my... Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what...
Gone for around 36 hours then. She turns away from you.
So you are going to look for him. Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure...
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing. Right. What about?
She gives you a short An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. The tear machines.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time. Waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean...
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man, in his 30s, over sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet, across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late third, and then standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? On his neck. Forget. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and two front teeth in the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
I've got nothing to say to you. I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
This didn't change her. It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl. Definitely.
What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime sin.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are.
You know, to hell with it.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular Cryobacter catlensis? Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla. The bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for... Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself. Yes, the bacteria had...
It's actually a little hard to see, but do go on.
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, we can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now. What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Col de Mama d'Aqua can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
That is a sad story. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. Psst.
They cancel each other.
Exactly. And these tests were performed. After that, the corpus...
Of course.
I'm glad you did, dear. Yes, although...
Fine, I'll buy.
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that... What about what? Of course, dear.
worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to approach. Your finger moves through the various streets. Across Rue de Songs, finally coming to a halt on the spot we...
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you. And maybe, just maybe, you succeeded. We'll never know. Or maybe you were trying to smash your own reflection in the window pane.
Yes?
Was that? Could it be the Col de Mamadakwa? No. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird.
No, I don't hear the Col de Mamadakwa.
Of course he doesn't. He's deaf. There it is again. You're about... It must be very close. Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. just the sound of the streets. Keep your ears peeled, then. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to...
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late. For the big time. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolution. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. They didn't win.
She's one of them. Of course.
To foreign intervention. The coalition. The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay, the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do. The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work. Those would be the Oh.
She likes the totality of it.
Indeed. They piled them, did they ever? Before they got shot themselves.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Yes. Lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. Yes. King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down? Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frisell got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat. It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic from Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think. A city-state divided into free market zones under the...
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, officer.
The zone of control is the third incarnation, modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eslary communication.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Time flies. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell. The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long... No. It was a market mirage fueled by cocaine and quantitative easing. The 40s dispelled it like a cold splash. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. And here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others. Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Good question. What would you have done differently? And I asked you, past less detective of the citizens' militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given? So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. Good hygiene. Really. When they failed to step up, Mazov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a...
Opinions expressed here do not reflect the official position of the RCM.
And what is your official position, Lieutenant?
My position, ma'am? My parents got ripped to shreds in the revolution. I would have gone the same way. I was saved by being 2 years old.
Understandable. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, Enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Now's your chance. Ask her who she is. She won't get out this time.
The girl in the old lady rags? Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too pop. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture. I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma. All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
And what would that be? I can see that, yes. I dabble in those dark arts myself, not so long ago. Nothing infra about disco, baby. Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me. The new. A cultural era. And the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-colored everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Of course, you're much more grounded. A serious detective on a case called Reality. Speaking of, is there anything else?
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra. An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the godly.
That dialect is Obisunt. You recognize the quote from somewhere. A play written way back in the Franco-Nigerian century. Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in numb 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it.
Steal, kill, and destroy. That they say we've been doing for over 4 decades now. In any case, I'm glad we can remain collegial despite my scaly bulk, and my perverse need to infiltrate and betray both kingdom and revolution. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the... With due respect to our... I would not have relinquished... Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to...
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the...
Perhaps.
You're no dummy yourself. And the crown on your head as you lay in the casket.
Yes, I suppose I am. But...
Seditious talk, man.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality? Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order? My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going. A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body pneumonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring, like a krenel on solid 40.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. No. This is a two-man assignment because you need to get your shit together. No, it's not. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, like a fucking volcano.
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah, Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing yourself in front of a fucking kid.
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
Yeah?
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Or what? You'll fucking vomit on Kuno too, pig? Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting...
Still here, stuck in this damn jam.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How many? 57's over.
In the cabin, you see a set...
The unpromising race pupil returns. An imposing combination of a
punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Token." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then.
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. How may I help you? Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lummy. No. Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period? If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
The call is terminated by the other. Control panel with several knobs. Marsh. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose, moving this container, of course.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Before you stands a cargo container.
You do? Because I don't. There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? There may very well be, but we are not here to look for them. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. No reply. No reply. The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. Because Friesel was incompetent. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications, we're only 4 issues in, and it sounds like... So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary...
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You flip back to the front of the magazine.